Let me ask you this, Senator. We've been watching this 40-mile convoy with satellite imagery. And my question is, they apparently have been stalled for a period of time. We know exactly where it is. If that convoy makes it to Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, in my humble opinion, and I pray to God that I'm wrong, this is going to be a massacre. So my question is, we can see exactly where it is. Why isn't there some group, nobody has to take credit for it, I believe in covert operations and plausible deniability, they're sitting ducks right now. Why don't we take out that convoy right where it is right now? It doesn't have to be the U.S., but why doesn't somebody move and take out that convoy?
Why doesn't someone just move and take out that convoy? He believes in covert operations, a 40-mile Russian military convoy that's sitting in one place. They're sitting ducks. They don't have to know who did it. Now, by the way, maybe it was just off the cuff. He just said it randomly. Everyone has some suggestions, even though I try to avoid things that I don't know what I'm talking about, especially when it comes to military combat. But the curious part is earlier in the day, he was on his radio show and he floated it then too. Watch.
If we can see on satellite imagery where the convoy is, I don't know, maybe some smart country, maybe NATO might take some of their fighter jets, or maybe they can use some drone strikes and take out the whole damn convoy. And then nobody takes credit for it. So then Putin won't know who to hit back. Well, he's threatening nuclear weapons. Hannity, you talk about nuclear war. I'm not talking about nuclear war, nor would I support one American boot on the ground here. But at what point is this going to end?
It's got to be one or the other. I don't support military intervention. I don't support putting any boots on the ground. But at what point is it going to end? So how would it end if you don't then fully go in and attack, right? Like you're proposing. Fine, you can have your proposal, but at least stick by it. And also, by the way, he mentions a smart country might want to do this because it's just that simple. Blow up a 40-mile convoy and then Russians will have no idea what happened as long as you don't go, it was me. This isn't a small like terrorist operation where people wonder what happened when a building was bombed and then someone has to take credit for it. It's not like that. Either way it goes. By the way, many people do remember Sean Hannity was kind of an unofficial chief of staff, an unofficial advisor to President Trump during his one term in office. Maybe that's where Trump got these ideas from for these stealth fighter jets. Watch.
We're ordering 147 new F-35 Lightning fighters. This is an incredible plane. It's stealth, you can't see it. So when I talk to even people from the other side, they're trying to order our plane. They like the fact that you can't see it. I said, how would it do in battle with your plane? They say, well, we have one problem. We can't see your plane. Brand new F-35s. Fighter jets, they're stealth, you can't see them. I said, how good are these? They say, well, sir, the problem is you can't see them when you fight them. I said, that sounds like it's a big advantage. I said, how does it do it in fights? And how do they do in fights with the F-35? I said, we do very well, you can't see it. You can't see it. They said, well, sir, you can't see it. I said, yeah, but in a fight, a fight like I watch on the movies, a fight, they're fighting. How good is it? They say, well, it wins every time because the enemy cannot see it. Even if it's right next to it, it can't see it.
And the thought-powered plane rises into the air.
I still marvel at your transparent plane, Wonder Woman.
I guess Wonder Woman is also going to be on the military, the lead of this invisible plane. We remember all those from the entire time that Trump, he was very confident that the stealth 35 jets were absolutely, literally, he says, invisible. When you're right next to it, you can't see it. I asked, what's it like in the movies? Is it like in the movies? That's the first problem. It's like in the movies, according to folks like this. He's expecting war to be like what happens in the movies. And that's cool. We have these invisible jets that fly right next to you and you have no idea who's there. That's how we're gonna take out this convoy. And by the way, also, I think this gives it shines an example or a little bit of a light into the many mindsets of people who think, as long as I'm shooting, everything is gonna end well. It's why there's a promotion of everyone having 4 or 5 guns in their possession at all times. Shoot first, shoot, and everything will be fine later. It's a childlike approach to things like this? Why haven't we started killing tons of people yet? What's going on? There's ramifications for that, which again, I'm not getting into these things because I don't know. So just stay out of it, at least in the strategic part about it. Maybe ask the question, because he did ask Marco Rubio the question, which I won't be able to get to his answer. Spoiler alert, Marco Rubio did not answer the question because he didn't want to say, what? That would have generally been his answer. Instead, he just kind of discussed through the rest of it because he can't tell Sean Hannity that makes no sense. It makes no sense. But they've conditioned enough people to believe things like that make sense. And that's where we stand. I just want to go to one or two of these images because I loved this part. There was a couple of Twitter users that responded to this as Hannity was getting the pushback for this. Let's just scroll through my talk as we go through this. There's one user, James Harwood. I love this one. There's an invisible plane there with a ladder and everything. That's, I guess, how this would work. Scroll through them, it's fine, you guys. There's one or two more. Also, there was the Sharpie gate. If you guys don't remember when Trump was drawing new hurricane paths with the Sharpie, all we gotta do is X out the insignia on the planes. And lastly, this was my favorite. Just some glasses and a mustache. You never know what's gonna happen. Just drop a few bombs, blow up the whole convoy. Easy peasy, fresh and breezy. There's a reason why Donald Trump didn't listen to his intelligence. There's a reason why he didn't listen to military leaders. There's a reason why he didn't listen to anybody while he was in office, because he thought he knew better, and he continues to go through this. I hope we're gonna get to that story later, because he's still giving advice that makes no sense, that is actually not much of an answer. But that's Sean Hannity, and that's his secret plan. We'll see what he says today. I'm sure it'll be everyone else's fault.